I want to share with you about a silent thief that started stealing my strength the moment I turned 50. It gave no warning. But one day, when I tried to stand up from a chair, I felt my legs as heavy as lead. I'm not a lazy person, and nothing was broken. I was simply lacking a powerful nutrient that my body desperately needed to recover the muscle mass I had lost. I discovered that there is one single food, scientifically proven, that could be the best weapon to help me fight sarcopenia, the muscle wasting condition that affects nearly 1/3 of older adults. It was time for me to stop this decline, and everything started right on my plate. I realized that there is a condition silently affecting millions of elderly people around the world. Surprisingly, you won't hear about it on the evening news, and most doctors don't mention it during routine checkups. The scientific name for age-related muscle loss. I want to share with you about a condition that I realized is often not mentioned during routine health checkups, yet it is the cause of up to 50% of hospitalizations due to falls in people over the age of 65. This condition is called sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass, strength, and function over time as we age. If you're like me, over 60, then you're losing 1 to 2% of your muscle mass each year unless timely measures are taken to counteract it. The early symptoms are very subtle and easy to overlook. Your legs feel a bit heavier, you can't get up from a chair without using your hands. Climbing stairs becomes more exhausting than before, and one day, you find yourself hesitating before stepping down from the curb. These small changes are signs that the body is gradually losing its strength, and I believe this is something many people, myself included, need to pay more attention to. The forgotten nutrient that helps reverse sarcopenia. I also started hesitating every time I stepped off a curb because my balance just wasn't what it used to be. But what few people told me is that this isn't just normal aging, it's a result of nutrient deficiency. And this key nutrient, in my opinion, can single-handedly reverse the condition. Its name is leucine, an amino acid found in a simple food that I'll reveal shortly. Leucine has been used for decades by doctors, nutritionists for the elderly, and even Olympic coaches. Why leucine? Because it's not just good for muscles, it's the switch that activates the body to rebuild them. I remember a 2022 study published in the Journal of Geriatrics that showed older adults who consumed leucine-rich foods daily increased their leg muscle strength by up to 40% in just 12 weeks, without changing their exercise routine. That number was almost double compared to the group that didn't supplement with leucine. And the strength we're talking about here isn't about lifting weights, it's about the ability to sit up in bed on your own, to stand straight while brushing your teeth, or to walk through a grocery store without a walker. That is freedom. I still remember the story of George, 73, a retired truck mechanic from Ohio. He had always been a strong man until one winter day, he slipped in his garage and couldn't get up. Not because of an injury, but because his legs no longer had the strength. That moment terrified him, and his wife had to call 911. From that day on, he lived in constant fear of falling. When George came to see me, he wasn't looking for a magic pill, he just wanted to regain his strength. So, we focused on nutrition and added just one single food, something affordable, available in every grocery store, and packed with leucine to help rebuild muscle. I'll tell you what that food is in just a moment. But first, you need to understand why it works so well. Leucine works by triggering muscle protein synthesis, a biological process that signals the body to start building and strengthening muscle. However, older people like me respond less effectively to that signal than younger individuals, so we need more leucine in each meal. The problem is, most older adults eat the wrong foods for breakfast, missing out on the golden opportunity to restore damaged muscle after a night of fasting. That's why the first meal of the day is more important than ever for me and maybe for you too. Food 1. The mineral that stops cramps, builds strength. This is a dish that has been used for generations in Mediterranean and Middle Eastern diets. It's no coincidence that it's considered a superfood because in addition to its high calcium content for stronger bones, it also supports muscle growth and improves digestion, two factors that anyone over the age of 60 should care about. Let me explain more clearly why Greek yogurt is so special. First of all, it is an abundant source of casein protein, a slow-digesting protein that provides a steady stream of amino acids to the muscles for many hours. For older adults, this is extremely important because they often go long periods between meals. I once read a 2018 study published in the journal Cachexia, Sarcopenia and Muscle, which showed that older adults who consumed casein-rich foods in the evening had better overnight muscle recovery. The next morning, their balance and leg strength improved significantly. That means, just by eating Greek yogurt before bed, you could be rebuilding your legs while you sleep. But that's not all. Greek yogurt also contains plenty of probiotics, beneficial bacteria that improve digestion, reduce inflammation, and increase nutrient absorption. This is critically important because if your digestive system isn't working well, your body will struggle to absorb protein, calcium, magnesium, or vitamin D, essential for muscles and bones. Third, speaking of calcium, Greek yogurt provides about 20% of the daily calcium requirement in just one serving. Calcium is not only important for bones, but also helps muscles contract properly. I always tell people, no matter how strong your muscles are, they mean nothing if your bones aren't sturdy enough to support them. I remember a woman named Doris, 82 years old, a retired widow and florist living in New Jersey. She had digestive issues, sore ankles, weak legs, and felt like her body was too old to change. When I reviewed Doris's diet, I noticed no dairy, no probiotics, and hardly any protein after lunch. I suggested one small change. Every evening after dinner, she would eat half a cup of unsweetened Greek yogurt mixed with ground flaxseed, cinnamon, and a few blueberries. The results were remarkable. After just 2 weeks, her digestion had clearly improved. After 5 weeks, Doris said her legs felt more steady, and by the 3rd month she was able to walk every morning without pain and even joined a weekly Zumba Gold class. I call that the power of harmony. Protein to feed the muscles, calcium to keep the frame strong, and probiotics to make sure all the nutrients get where they need to go. If you're considering adding Greek yogurt to your daily diet, here are a few of my tips. Choose unsweetened varieties to avoid hidden sugars that can cause inflammation. Make sure each serving has at least 15 of protein. You can check the nutrition label. Prioritize ones with live active cultures. Go for full fat options, as they contain fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, and essential for the nervous system and muscle coordination. If you're lactose intolerant, don't worry, Greek yogurt has lower lactose than regular yogurt, and there are many lactose-free options made from sheep's milk, coconut, or almonds. The best time to eat Greek yogurt is after dinner, or 30-60 minutes before bed, because that's when your body enters recovery mode, and the protein in yogurt acts as raw material to build muscle while you rest. To me, Greek yogurt is my nighttime companion, while eggs are my morning ally. When combined correctly, they form a 24-hour strategy to combat muscle loss, maintain balance, and above all help you regain confidence in every step you take. Food 2. The perfect protein for seniors. And now, I want to share with you a food that I believe is an ideal choice for breakfast. This food is rich in leucine and has been consumed for generations in cultures known for longevity and active lifestyles. What especially caught my attention was a study from the University of Tokyo showing that people over 70 who ate this food 3 times a week could walk faster, maintain better balance, and reduce their risk of falling by up to 28%. And yes, now it's time for the reveal. It's eggs, a gift that I truly believe nature has perfectly designed to support muscle recovery and maintenance. For years, eggs were misunderstood, thought to raise cholesterol or cause heart disease. I myself used to hesitate about eating eggs daily. But then, recent studies from reputable institutions like Harvard University and the Mayo Clinic completely changed my perspective. New scientific evidence shows that when it comes to preventing age-related muscle loss, nothing beats eggs. Why eggs? I found out that each egg contains about 1.3 of leucine, one of the most easily absorbed sources of leucine, especially important for older adults whose digestive systems may not function as efficiently. Beyond that, eggs are a complete protein source, providing all 9 essential amino acids the body needs to maintain and repair muscle tissue. To me, that means a lot. I don't need to buy expensive protein powders. I don't need to eat meat at every meal. Just 2 eggs at breakfast are enough to help support strong, flexible, and stable muscles. A 2020 clinical study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed a group of people over 65. Half of them ate 2 eggs every morning with fiber-rich foods, while the other half had toast and juice. After 12 weeks, the results truly surprised me. The egg group had stronger legs, better balance, faster walking speed, more energy, and fewer falls. Think about that. With a food that costs less than $1 per serving, you can improve stability and mobility in just a few weeks. I'll never forget the story of Helen, a retired teacher, 77 years old, living in Arizona. After a minor fall in her garden that sprained her hip, she became afraid to walk alone. Her daughter reached out to me, hoping to improve her mother's condition without medication or a nursing home. We started with the simplest change, her breakfast. Instead of coffee and toast, Helen switched to 2 fried eggs with sautéed spinach and a slice of whole grain bread. Some days, she added a bit of mashed avocado. After just 3 weeks, Helen shared that her legs no longer felt empty. She could rise from a chair without using her hands. And most importantly, she walked her dog alone, something she had thought was impossible. To me, that's the power of eggs. And if you've been worried about cholesterol, don't be. Eating 1 to 2 eggs a day is completely safe for most adults, especially when paired with a diet rich in vegetables and fiber. The real danger doesn't lie in eggs. It lies in muscle loss as we age. Here are a few ways I usually prepare eggs to retain as much nutrition as possible. Soft boiled or poached, to preserve delicate amino acids. Fried with olive oil and greens, to boost antioxidant intake. Baked into small veggie egg muffins, easy to eat and freeze for quick breakfasts. And here's a tip I've found really effective. Eat eggs within 1 hour of waking up. That's when your body most optimally absorbs leucine, the amino acid that stimulates muscle growth, after a long night's sleep. I used to think that changing just one meal wouldn't make a difference, but the truth is exactly the opposite. Sometimes a small change, like starting your day with eggs, sends a powerful message to your body that it's time to get stronger with each passing day. Food 3. The ocean secret that rebuilds joints, bones. I still remember that feeling of being lost when my legs could no longer keep up with what my mind was thinking. And it turns out, I was not the only one experiencing this. In a study published in 2021 in the journal Nutritional Neuroscience, scientists found that older adults who consumed just 1 tablespoon of chia seeds daily for 8 weeks improved their walking speed, became more agile in reflexes, and had better neuromuscular control even without changing their exercise routines. And that's not all. I was truly surprised to learn that chia seeds are also a powerful anti-inflammatory warrior, rich in polyphenols and antioxidants. These compounds help reduce joint swelling, muscle aches, and stiffness, 3 things that always made moving around a big challenge for me and many others at my age. I want to share the story of Ronald, a retired mailman, now 79 years old, living in Oregon. For many years, Ronald suffered from nerve pain in his feet, and he used to describe his walking style as a dragging gait, slow, unsteady, turning simple tasks like climbing stairs or stepping over curbs into hazards. Doctors had prescribed nerve pain medication for Ronald, but he didn't want to just numb the sensation. He wanted to find a real solution. He started by adding 1 tablespoon of chia seeds every day. At first, he stirred it into his morning oatmeal, then added it to smoothies, or soaked it in almond milk overnight to have as a snack. After about 3 weeks, a miracle happened. Ronald said he could clearly feel his feet again, shift his body weight more flexibly, and no longer felt unsteady. The calf pain when walking nearly disappeared. I believe this was the wonderful effect of the omega-3 fatty acids in chia seeds. They supported his peripheral nerves, reduced inflammation, and strengthened the electrical signals between his brain and muscles. But chia seeds don't just contain omega-3. They are also a surprising source of magnesium, which helps muscles relax and prevents cramps, calcium, supporting strong bones and stable posture, fiber, promoting healthy digestion and steady energy, protein, contributing to sustainable muscle building. To me, it's not just a tiny spoonful of seeds, it's a big, gentle, and powerful step toward making old age stable and full of hope. The transformation begins with 1 bite. I want to share with you a simple thing that has made a big difference for my health: chia seeds. With just 4 grams of protein per serving, chia seeds help me naturally, gently, yet effectively recover and repair my muscles. And what I like most is that they are extremely easy to use in daily meals. Here are a few ways I usually start with. Stir 1 tablespoon of chia seeds into yogurt or oatmeal. Blend them into a smoothie with spinach and banana in the morning. Make pudding with almond milk, a bit of cinnamon and vanilla for dessert, or simply sprinkle them over scrambled eggs or roasted vegetables. I usually consume 1 to 2 tablespoons per day and always soak them in water or milk for about 15 to 30 minutes before eating. This not only helps me digest better, but also allows my body to absorb nutrients more efficiently, especially important as metabolism slows down with age. Another thing I noticed is that when chia seeds absorb water, they expand in the stomach, creating a longer-lasting feeling of fullness. Thanks to that, I can manage my weight more easily without forcing myself to diet. For me, maintaining a reasonable weight is an important part of protecting my joints, sustaining endurance, and daily energy. If eggs help me start the morning and Greek yogurt helps my body recover at night, then chia seeds are like a silent guardian, always with me 24/7, keeping my nervous system sharp, my muscles responsive, and my balance steadier every day. They may be the smallest food in my diet, but they create the biggest impact. You might not feel it right away, but your body will begin to change from within when you nourish your muscles instead of just using them. When I stopped blaming age and started truly listening and cooperating with my body, everything began to shift. My muscles are not giving up, they are just waiting to be rebuilt. My nerves are not damaged, they just need the right support. My legs still have enough strength to take me anywhere as long as I provide the right ingredients. In summary, I choose 3 foods as my daily foundation. Eggs, the morning signal to activate muscles and leg strength. Greek yogurt, the nighttime recovery system for bones, digestion, and regeneration. Chia seeds, the silent protector for balance, clarity, and inflammation control. Together, these are not just healthy foods. For me, they are a quiet support system helping me rebuild the foundation for my own independence. No expensive supplements needed. No strict dieting required. No complicated procedures necessary. Just 3 simple natural foods, smartly connected, and a little daily persistence. Your next step to walk stronger again.